You're listening to EPN, the ePodcast Network.
This is Enterprise Radio and your host, Eric Dye.
Welcome to Enterprise Radio. This is Eric Dye. Enterprise Radio is your EPN channel for exclusive interviews with entrepreneurs, small business owners, and top executives who have experienced great success, as well as the sharing of their latest creations, products, and or services that can help you build your business, leading to business success. Today we are with Kenwal Sarai, the founder of Simply Investing, an online investing educational company. And Kenwal is certainly on a quest to bring financial freedom to all. He created the Simply Investing online course on the belief that the world can be a better place if people didn't have to worry or stress out about money. Kenwal's goal is to make investing easy, save you time, and help you safely earn more. Kenwal, a pleasure to have you a part of Enterprise Radio.
Hi, Eric. Thanks for having me on today.
Hey, you're welcome. Our pleasure. So, Kenwal, tell us a little bit about yourself and your company, Simply Investing.
Sure, Eric. I started investing in 1988, so a little over 2 decades. I began with term deposits and mutual funds, like most people generally do. However, over the years, I became more and more dissatisfied with the performance of my mutual funds. And I came to the understanding and the realization that a lot of I've worked, with 3 different financial advisors, 1 financial planner, and I realized that, at the end of the day, they're mutual fund salespeople, and that's how they make money, is earning through commissions. And so their interests were not in line with my interest in having my investments do well, and this was money that I was putting aside for retirement and also putting aside for later on in life, that I could use the money and, go on vacation or take care of my family and children, and for any other number of things that you do when you have extra money on hand. So what I started doing at that point is I started educating myself on, how do investments work? How do I get my money to grow safely and to grow over time? So I started looking at that, and then in 99, I got involved, and I think a number of people did, with the high-tech bubble and buying stocks, and a lot of these high-tech companies, anything with the .com name next to it was doing really well. The stocks were going really high. But again, I jumped in without knowing anything about these companies or anything about investing. So I did lose some money, and that was a big eye-opener for me. So at that point, I said, okay, I got to start over again. Okay, I got to learn how do I invest responsibly? How do I do it properly? So I started, looking at some role models, and I said I need to find people out there who have made money consistently over the long term. Okay, not somebody who made a lot of money and then they lost it all in a year, but somebody consistently year after year after year who made some, who did well, and learn from their mistakes. Why reinvent the wheel when you can just study the practices of successful investors out there and basically just copy what they do? I mean, there's no secret. There's books, hundreds of books written about them everywhere. So the role models that I found, and again, these are folks who did not win the lottery, didn't inherit any money, or had rich parents. They started off on their own, and they became successful and continue to be successful today. And some of the names you may recognize, Warren Buffett is a big one. Benjamin Graham, who was actually Warren Buffett's mentor and teacher at Columbia University, wrote a fantastic book called The Intelligent Investor. And then Peter Lynch, and there's some other folks like Tom Connolly and Stephen Jaworski, which some of your viewers may or may not have heard of. But in any case, so once I started reading that and reading about what they did and how they became successful, there was a common theme with all of them. And they all said, listen, they all advocated value investing, and they all advocated investing on your own. Because at the end of the day, no one cares more about their money than you do. So it's not going to be your financial planner or investment advisor. It's going to be yourself. So you need to be responsible for your own money, and how are you going to invest it responsibly and grow that investment. So after that, once I figured that out, I started slowly investing in stocks, very slowly. I still kept the mutual funds on the side. And I spent a little over 3 years teaching myself about value investing, interviewing other value investors out there, and sort of perfecting my own strategy on what is the best way to do it, and learning from their mistakes as well. And I made mistakes along the way. And after the course of 3 years, I dumped all of the mutual funds. I'm not a big, if you go on the website, you'll see I'm not a big proponent of mutual funds. All of my investments are in stocks. And when I talk about value investing, I mean, I'm sure your readers can Google that and they'll get lots of information on that, but value investing is essentially buying quality companies when they're undervalued. Okay, so that's what we talk about in the course. But before I get into that, you did ask me a little bit about the company as well. So after the 3 years that's when I started Simply Investing. And at that time, the course was not online, so I was going around teaching the classes to people. Typically it was a half-a-day class, and teaching people exactly what I did. How do you start from scratch? How do you start investing responsibly and minimizing your risk? I don't like taking on risk. Everybody works, including myself, we work hard for your money, and you don't want to lose that. You want the money to grow, and how do you do it safely and consistently over the long term, right? So this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not day trading. It's how do you consistently, patiently, over the long